F word.
I don't think we should start our first episode with a swear word, Jess. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby and the baby carriage.
It's like kind of annoying, isn't it? Well, all these expectations put upon how you're supposed to do life. So not being attached to what we were basically programmed to believe.
The most important factor to a healthy well-being is feeling connected.
Welcome to From There to Here, a safe place where we will explore some of life's adventures so that you do not feel alone.
We want to start every episode by celebrating what is bringing us joy from the week.
Yeah.
We're going to start every episode talking about our joys and what's making us happy. So share with us what is in your heart lens this week.
This was a strategy that I used when I was going through the darker days. Choose to notice gratitude, you will see more gratitude. You choose to see negativity, you will get more negativity. So like part of the purpose of doing this at the beginning of each episode is to train your brain to see the good and the gratitude and the joys and the positivity in life because it's always there.
Jess, what is in your heart lens this week?
Time with Jude because it was a lighter work week this week and we got to spend some time playing together at a story time and went to a water park. And it was just fun.
Fun.
It was just fun being a mom.
Yeah. So mine is pretty similar. I also just love spending quality time with my kids and making memories, providing them with experience that I really didn't have growing up. So after today's show, my husband and I are taking the kids to a hotel in Chicago, and then tomorrow we're going to head to Legoland. The boys have just recently started getting into Legos and building with them, and just really excited to see the joy in their faces when we enter Legoland and they see all of the Legos.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So that's that.
I need to say something else about this, though.
Yeah.
Because people don't need to be thinking, oh, we have to do all these great things to find gratitude in our life. Because really, yes, those things are important too. But isn't it more even like, I'm grateful for breathing. I'm grateful for having legs that walk me places. I mean, sometimes we try to jump to these like incredible things. And really, if we're just grateful for the little things, like that's really what it's about.
That is very true, Jess. And if you want to share your personal heart lens with us, we welcome you to message us on Facebook or to email us. And we will read those joys during upcoming episodes. Find the joy in your week, even if you feel like your week was really hard. Find what did bring you joy and share that with us. We want to hear from everybody.
All right, our main topic for today is the F word.
I don't think we should start our first episode with a swear word, Jess.
Well, the way we have it is not like a swear word to me because the other word is more like a swear word. But anyways,
So the F word is...
You say it.
Okay. Fertility. So Jess feels like infertility is a swear word.
Yeah. I just literally will not use the word. I don't know. It's almost like I have to then say that's what it was.
Sure. How long?
And I feel like, if I say that's what it was, then that's going to be what's manifested. It's like that whole idea of law of attraction. I think that's I've been thinking like long and hard about this. Like, what is my problem? Why won't I say, I've never said to anyone, like, we struggle with infertility, or Like, I refuse to say it.
Even though you have adopted a son, that word to you still has a label.
Oh, yes. That is a really good point. It's like, I could go on and on about labels in so many different areas. But yes, I'll stick to the topic. But yeah, I don't like that label.
Do you feel like if you use that label of infertility, it defines you in a way?
Yeah, probably.
Because that is almost why I do like the word. Because it does define me. So infertility was and is a part of my life's journey, whether I like that or not, whether I'm going to embrace that or not, it is there. It's a part of my story, and it's how I've come to the life that I have now. So, and I really, like, while I was going through infertility, I absolutely, certainly did not see it this way.
Yeah.
But looking back, and yes, I can look back. Like, I get to look back.
Yeah.
I have come to the other side of infertility, but it brought me foster care, which brought me to adoption, which brought me this amazing extended family. It really did bring my husband and I closer together.
Yeah.
It brought me new friends that could relate to what I was going through. It, in the end, really did bring me my twins, even though they were conceived naturally. Mm-hmm. Like, you have embraced this differently than I have.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, too, because even when I'm sitting here thinking about it, like, I kind of want to cry.
Yeah, and I feel like before I looked at it in a different way, I absolutely would have cried.
Yeah. I need to just, like, let it go.
Do you feel like maybe it's because, to me, I'm not infertile?
Oh.
Because I did have
the boys. Yeah.
Which is interesting, though, because many of our listeners may or may not know, like, you never wanted to be pregnant.
That's what I was actually just going to say. Like, here I am actually crying. I still don't want to be pregnant.
So,
ever.
You want to be infertile.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. That's really messed up, but it's true. You want to be infertile. That's hilarious. Because, yeah. Although I will say, like, this is just a weird thought I had the other day. Jude was just, like, laying on my stomach. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's because I'm a mom now, but, like, he's laying there. And I'm, like, just, like, thinking, like, oh, like, maybe this could have been a beautiful thing if he would have grown inside of me. But then I think about it further, and I'm, like... There's just like so many fluids, and I don't know what happens to you, but I just am grossed out by the idea of pregnancy, which is probably what literally happened, right? Like,
you manifested that.
Yeah. My whole life, my mom will tell you, like, the idea of being pregnant and having a baby, going through labor, was never something I wanted to do.
Okay,
weird.
So then I'm going to challenge you to look at this a different way. Okay. You never wanted to become pregnant. So it literally is okay with you that you are...
Oh, geez, you're going to
infertile. I'm going to say the word.
Yeah.
Because you are okay with being infertile because you didn't want to become pregnant. But is it that... I mean, the challenge of it.
I was just gonna say,
it's the challenge.
I wanted to win. Like, I want to always win. Like,
you want to be able to.
Yes.
You don't want to have the
it's control,
the obstacle.
Probably, right?
Oh,
And
control.
it's, yes, control, but it's also you go to school, you find a husband, you get married, you have babies.
First comes love, then comes marriage,
Yes.
then comes the baby and the baby carriage.
It's like kind of annoying, isn't it?
Well, I mean, at what age did you learn that little rhyme? Because that
Yeah.
was instilled in me when I was little, like
Right.
elementary school.
Yes. We are being programmed to believe that's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
And I just think it's a bunch of crap.
Right, because then what happens when,
It doesn't.
and you don't have control over that. And society still has the pressure, though.
Yeah.
So how many times after you and Jess got married did people ask you, okay, when are you going to get pregnant?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know.
Right.
Hundreds.
Yeah. And to be honest, like Ben and I, we
I
weren't
literally
going to get married.
Oh, I remember that.
Like we weren't.
Yeah.
That wasn't going to be in our path. And then it started like, oh my gosh, this is why we are going through infertility, is because we aren't married.
Oh, I remember that. I kind of forgot about it. But yes.
Okay, well then we need to go and rewind and do all the right steps, because maybe that's why we're not getting pregnant. Maybe we're being punished.
Ugh.
So we have to get pregnant, or we have to get married, and then we can get pregnant, or we have to get married, and then we can get pregnant. And that thought process, I think, does come from just like our I'm having trouble. Our culture and the way that we were brought up,
Yeah.
and just history, right? Like
Right.
just the history of our great-grandparents and how they did it, and our grandparents and our parents. And
Yes. Oh, it's so weird. Like, I am like shaking, like feeling rattled. Like, I get this when I get, it's like part of anxiousness or something. Like,
Sure.
it's just like, I don't know.
yeah, this
A
is
lot to process.
it's
I'm
a
still
deep topic. It's a lot to process. Just take a big deep breath.
Seriously, I need to, or like I need a horse breath or something like I usually would do to release it.
So how are you
Okay, that
supposed to how are you supposed to move on from like what societies?
Well, that's what I think it like letting go of expectations, not being attached to what our culture has programmed us to believe we need to do. It's going with the flow and being in each moment and accepting it the way that it is. It's not allowing you can have emotions about it, and they I don't like to should anybody, but if you can allow those emotions to just run through you and not get stuck in the sadness and the anger, I mean, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's so many
Yeah.
feelings. So I feel like, I don't know, I definitely got stuck in them. And then it's
Right.
like, whoa, so-and-so's pregnant after 3 seconds of being with her fucking boyfriend. Like, what? Like, this is so annoying.
Right.
And then I'm like, now I'm annoyed. Like, and that has nothing to do with me.
Right. And I think like just going back to my fear of, oh, I'm not married. Now I need to get married so that I can have a baby. But I also had a lot of other like negative, fearful thoughts. I will never get pregnant. My body's failing me. I'm failing my husband.
Oh, that's one.
Yeah.
That you feel like you're failing. I mean, I remember saying, like, you don't have to stay with me. Like, if you... This makes me sad.
Right. It is sad to think to like, and I remember, so my husband has previously married and divorced. And I remember thinking like, well, your ex-wife probably could have given you a baby and now I can't.
Yeah.
And that is a shitty ass thought, right? Like,
It is.
and I feel like if you have, I mean, we do, right? We do have the power. This is a choice to flip those thoughts around so that they become more empowering and positive. I think that you're a superhero.
So often, though, we don't acknowledge that we're even having them, though.
No.
When you're in it.
Right. I think you first need to identify, like, be mindful of the thoughts that you're having in order to let them off of your shoulders, just flow through, and to be able to then change them. Like, I will never get pregnant.
Oh, what a horrible thing to say to yourself, right?
Like, maybe my plan is just going in a different direction.
Yeah. Which is a beautiful fucking direction.
Yeah, and I often...
We only would have known.
Well, and I think, too, like, that's another hard piece is, like, you don't have a crystal ball.
No.
And you don't know what your future is going to bring.
Right.
But you have to embrace the present. And that was something I could not do because I wanted to jump forward to knowing I was going to be a mom.
Yeah. And when everyone else around you, it's happening for... I don't know about you, but I felt like behind.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, they all.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be totally on, like, I don't feel behind anymore. Like, that's a feeling I let go of. But, and I remember one of our mutual good friends, Shannon, another Shannon, had said something to me once about, like, all of her friends' kids are so much older. So, like, they go camping and all their kids are running around and she's sitting with her toddler chasing her top. Like, it's just like I said, I don't feel behind anymore, but you still now there's this gap.
Right.
Like, now most of my friends' kids are older and we're in toddler mode. You know what I kind of mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, I have a friend who her daughter is going to start high school and the other one's going to turn 12 and
we're still changing diapers. Well, I'm still. You just got out of those, but but I wouldn't have it any other way now.
Right.
I didn't know that before.
Right. And to for any of the listeners that are going through infertility, who know somebody who's, I'm going to put it in Jess's terms, struggling with the F word. Please, like, reach out to us. Like, we are here to listen. We are here to be that sounding board. We're here to help you turn your thoughts around. It's so hard to do in the moment, and it's so hard to do when you are also feeling very alone in this journey.
Yes. So many people don't even want to talk about it. And then I can understand why you don't want to talk about it, because then someone's then asking you, Constantly. Like, actually, one of my good friends, she hasn't even told her mom knows, but her husband's family, none of them know. None of our other friends know. And I'm being there for her, but I don't blame her for not wanting to talk about it further, because then more people are asking you and you're thinking about it more, right? And you just sometimes want to set it aside.
Yeah, and I sometimes felt like I was a moving target. And, like, people were always like, ooh, is she pregnant? When is she going to get pregnant?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be the moving target.
Right.
I just wanted to be me.
Yeah.
So changing those fear-based thoughts to choosing to enjoy the moment. You are
Use
healthy.
your heart lens.
Use your heart lens.
Yes, I am healthy.
There was a part of me that thought, okay, if I do this, then I will become pregnant. If I do acupuncture, I'll become pregnant. If I start doing all the right essential oils, I'll become pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
If I start not eating gluten and soy, I'll become pregnant.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about all these things.
Right?
Yes.
Like, if I...
And I believed every one of those things was going to make you pregnant.
Yeah. If I go to a psychic and they tell me what to do.
Oh my gosh, yes.
If I burn my negative thoughts.
Yep.
I will become pregnant.
Yep.
I was trying to control every aspect of this
Yeah.
instead of just letting control of it. And it really annoys the shit out of me when people are like, just calm down, stop stressing yourself out, and you'll become pregnant.
Shut up.
While yes, stress increases your cortisol.
Right.
And cortisol is not a good chemical
Right.
mixture to get pregnant.
No.
It's not going to help. It's not going to help to tell people to calm down. It's not going to help people to tell them to stop stressing over things.
No. One thing that did help me, and it almost sounds similar, but someone said to me, this was actually a medium, it will happen in divine timing. Like, and for some part of me was like, what the fuck is divine timing? Like, is that this life? Yeah. Is it next life? Am
I waiting
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? But it also, for some reason, was just like, yeah. Like, I don't get to decide.
You can't. You can't control this, which I think as human beings, we thrive on the structure and the routine and being able to control what's happening in our lives. And when that control is taken away from you,
Yes.
it becomes incredibly hard to be positive, to
Yes.
not have the crystal ball, and to allow what is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And anybody, I swear to you, if this was 12 years ago and I was listening to this podcast, I would tell me to shut up because it's not.
Yes. I know you would.
Yeah. Because it was so hard for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here I am on the other end of it,
Right.
asking you as the listener or as a family member or as a friend to just calm the control.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That hurt saying, didn't it?
Yeah, because I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah.
Like, how do you calm your need for control?
Especially about something so important.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And I think, like, as we move forward,
It's practice, though.
Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't going to answer you because I didn't think I had an answer, but I think I do have an answer. It's just practicing living in the moment, one moment at a time.
Yeah. And also becoming aware of your thoughts, right? Like, being super mindful of realizing, ooh, if I start yoga, I know that I will start to be more calm and then I'm going to get pregnant.
Right. It's not yoga equals pregnant.
And it's not chiropractor equals pregnant.
No.
It's not supplements equals pregnant.
No.
And
It's not don't eat sugar or cheese for a year. Be the skinniest you've ever been in your entire life, but you didn't care because you were trying to get pregnant. Didn't work.
no, and there isn't going to be a magic wand for any of this.
No. And actually, I don't even know if I should say this because I'm not trying to be political, but that's why I don't even like the words pro-choice. Like, I don't like the choice word because, hello,
Yeah.
like, it's not a choice
It's
for every.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I am pro-choice, but
Well, I think too, like when people would say, I just found like a lot of teachers were trying to like plan out their pregnancy so that they could have
oh my god,
a long.
I
like-
did that.
I know.
Didn't
like,
you?
Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna get
initially.
pregnant in this month, so I have a baby in March, and then I don't
Yep.
go back until the next school year.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, shut. And actually, people do that, and
Yeah,
it works
and
for
it
them.
works
And
for
I
them.
want to tell them to shut the fuck up.
Well, and a lot of like there'll be family members that will say, we're gonna try to get pregnant on this month, and I just
You're like,
shake-
congratulations.
Well, and I just shake my head because having those thoughts
Yeah.
puts a lot of like pressure on you,
Yeah.
and that can cause
It does.
some.
But there are so many people it just works out.
It
that
does,
way
and,
for.
and congratulations for them. Like truly and honestly, like I can say
She's
that now.
saying it honestly.
Like I can say that now.
Yes,
I
no,
can celebrate that.
I can too.
But
That's like a whole nother episode, though,
It
I
is.
think, in talking about what happens when other people
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
get pregnant.
Let's end with our inspirational quote.
Our journey is about being more deeply involved in life and yet less attached to it. That is Ram Dass with some wise words.
Sums up pretty much the topic of today. The F word is it's fertility, but infertility is part of our journey.
Yeah.
Ugh, I know.
I'll still work on it.
Yeah. You got to be less attached to it.
I'll try.
Ram Dass says, be less attached to it. Be deeply involved in your life's journey. And that means your infertility journey.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you for listening and being a part of our community. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
If you'd like to connect, we can be reached at podcastfromtheretohere@gmail.com.
We hope you continue on this journey with us.